sitting in a standing position. So let's just come to standing position and start move the legs a little bit. Today's our Ashtanga basics, but we're gonna move it a little bit more. So just gonna shake out the legs, shake out the arms, move the hips. Let's sort of discharge a little bit of energy. This is one of the things I've been learning in my trauma-informed practice, is to just kind of like release some energy a little bit here. So just shake things out. Don't worry about how it looks. Don't worry about being perfect about it. And then go ahead and plant your feet and start kind of moving side to side, almost like you're just swaying, moving weight from one foot to the other, and allowing the hips to kind of move and sway with the legs. And then start to add movement in the arms, just a little bit of rotation. We're going to kind of use this as one of our Surya Namaskars today. Letting the arms kind of hit over to the sides, relax the shoulders, roll over onto the toe, start to feel the movement in the hips. Maybe go a little bit faster and kind of just let the hands kind of slap down onto the kidneys a little bit, waking up that side waist. And then slowly start coming back to center and bring the feet a little closer together, about parallel apart. And then bend the knees, come into a little bit of a squat. Place the hands on the knees and just kind of lift the chest like you're going into cow, and then round the spine like you're coming into cat. So it's basically cat and cow, but in a standing position. Roll it up and lift it up. So just a couple more just like that, drawing in through the belly, sitting strong into the knees, a little bit of movement. And one more. Exhale, coming back to center, lifting up the chest. And now let's go ahead and walk to the top of our mats. Draw the toes and heels together, relax the shoulders. Let's take the palms together at the center of the heart. And let's take a good moment here to ground ourselves. So if you wish, you can close your eyes, let your weight balance equally between all four corners of each foot. Lifting up through the heart, rib cage, drawing in through the lower belly. We'll open the sacred space of our practice with the sound Om. Inhale to begin. Exhaling, releasing the hands down. So we'll start with Surya Namaskar. We'll only do 2 today. Inhale, raise the arms. Reach the palms towards each other. Look towards thumbs. Extend the spine. Exhale, gently fold. Hinging from the hips, hands to the floor, and the head relaxes. Try to lengthen through backs of legs. Inhale, extend through the spine, create space. It's a good time to try to contract through the quadriceps and lift the kneecaps, but roll the weight forward. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, easy walk or step back. Either knees down, chest down, or just regular chaturanga. Inhale, either cobra, opening heart, lifting chest, or you're reaching and opening up, coming into upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. So hold here in your downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal out your legs. Keep adding a little bit of movement here. So maybe bend and straighten through the knees. Sway through the hips, letting your body kind of move side to side. Keeping the hands grounded and rooted. You can come to your toes, press down through the heels, and just kind of add whatever movement feels good for you here. Let's hold for 2 more breaths. Allowing the breath to move effortlessly through the body, setting ourselves up for our practice today. Last one. And inhale, looking forward, easy step or walk your feet to the top of your mat, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold once more. Inhale, soften the knees, arms rise up, palms towards each other, look towards thumbs. Exhale, back down to Samasthiti. Good. Second one. Inhale, raise the arms, look up. Exhale, gently fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, easy step or walk, feet back. Come to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, opening heart, lifting chest. Try to relax the glutes here if you're in your upward facing dog. Roll the shoulders back, maybe chin up, gaze to the tip of your nose. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Adjust to the feet here, so keep the feet about hip width apart, hands shoulder width apart. And then the first one where we added lots of movement, let's see if we can add lots of stillness to this one. So let the chest reach towards the thighs, shoulder blades move away from each other, hugging around towards the armpits. Belly's drawn in tight, strong arms, fingers and knuckles. Calm, steady breathing. 3 more breaths. Remembering that as you move through your practice, this is warming up our whole body here with our Surya Namaskar. But as you move through the practice, if you feel like you've had enough, you can always come to Balasana, your child's pose. And you can rest there as long as you need to until you're ready to come back and join in. 1 more breath, inhale. And exhale, slowly looking forward between the hands. Easy step, tiptoe, walk your feet all the way to the top of your mat. Create space as you lengthen forward. Exhale, fold deep, forehead towards the shins. Inhale, soften the knees and raise the arms, palms together, look at thumbs. Exhale, Samasthiti. Good. Now let's do 2 of Surya Namaskar beat. Inhale, bend the knees, draw in through the belly, lift the chest, palms together, look at thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from hips, head relaxes. Inhale, extend the spine, create space. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, easy step, walk your feet back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, rolling over the arms so you can open the chest, look up towards the sky or towards the tip of your nose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, here's where it changes. Right foot steps forward as the left heel plants in towards the center of your mat. Bend into the right knee. Inhale, raise the arms. Sit strong into your right knee. Palms together. Look up towards thumbs. Lift your chest. Exhale, hands all the way down to the floor. Right foot steps back. We come back to our high plank. And again, Chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, upward facing, opening the heart. Exhale, rolling over the toes, downward facing. Now the right heel pulls in as the left foot steps forward. Big step. Inhaling, rising up. Use the strength of your legs. Palms together, bend into your left knee. Reach up, look towards thumbs. Exhale, all the way back down. Left foot back. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. And this one again, we get to hold 5 deep, long breaths. The shoulder blades keep moving away from each other here, so you're not trying to dump your weight into your wrists. Instead, we're reaching up and back, lengthening the spine. 3. Allow each inhale breath to really fill you, connect you to that source of prana. And each exhale breath, release without having to force or to fight, but connecting to that force of apana, which is the releasing force. And then inhaling, looking forward between the hands. Easy step or walk, or even jump your feet forward if you wish. Lengthening the spine. Exhale, slowly release. Inhale, bend the knees, sit down into your hips. Arms up, look towards thumbs. Exhale, back to Samasthiti. Good, so hopefully we're feeling really warm. Let's do one more just to make sure. Bend the knees, raise the arms, look towards thumbs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lifting halfway. Exhale, step, walk, or you can try jumping. Lower down. Inhale, lifting up. Opening heart, you're on the tops of your feet. Exhale, rolling over the toes, downward facing. Left heel comes in, right foot steps forward, bend into right knee, back leg strong. Inhale, rise up, palms towards each other, gazing at thumbs. Exhale, all the way down, right foot flat back, lower down. Inhaling, lifting, moving through each asana with as much ease and control as you can. And then right heel steps in, left foot comes forward, big step. Inhale, ride the breath. Go all the way up. Stay grounded, rooted through your feet, palms together. Exhale, hands come down. Left foot steps back, lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. And settle in here for 5 deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, calm mind, steadiness of heart here, 4, and 5. Inhaling, looking forward. You can step, you can walk, or you can jump your feet to the top, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, bend the knees, sit down into Utkatasana as we lift the chest, palms together. Exhale, Samasthiti. Okay, first asana. Let's separate the feet, hip width apart. Parangustasana, hinge forward from your hips. You can bend your knees here as you grab a hold of your big toes. Once you have your big toe grip, inhale, lengthen spine. Now it's a good time to try and contract through your quadriceps. But if that means that you hunch through your back, it's better to keep your knees soft and your spine long. As you exhale, fold deeper. So the fold deeper might look like you're kind of hugging your thighs against your rib cage. This is a great place to be. As you settle into the sensations of the body, maybe start lifting the hips and lengthening through the backs of the legs. Maybe just a little bit, keep a little micro bend in the knees. Shoulder blades move away from the ears and we hold here for 1. Drawing in through belly, 2. Pulling strong through the toes, top of the head reaching to the floor, 3. Be mindful of your knees, there should not be any pain, 4. Reach your rib cage to your thighs, try to get them to touch, even if that means you bend your knees a lot. 5. Inhale, head up only. Now's a good time to kind of release the legs, maybe shake them out a bit. And then Hastasana, take the hands underneath the feet so that the toes are up by the wrists. Inhale, extend, and same thing here. You can bend your knees a lot and fold forward over those bent knees. So you can even bend a whole lot, really bending the knees. Only as you feel ready, those hips start to elevate and the legs start to straighten, but you keep your rib cage and thighs towards each other. A little micro bend in the knee can go a long way, so keep it there. Elbows pointing out to the sides, top of the head to the floor. 1, 2, roll a little bit more weight forward to the heel, to the palms or to the balls of the feet. Less weight in the heels. 3, hollow out the lower belly, lengthen your abdomen. 4, and 5. Inhale, head up only. Again, now is a good time to try to straighten those legs as you roll the weight forward. Exhale and release the hands. Inhale, come back up. All right, let's continue with Ganasana. If you have a block nearby, you're welcome to use one. Step the right foot to the right and then pivot to face the back of your wall or back of your mat. Now, with both legs straight, if you're not able to reach down and grab your right toe easily, then use a yoga block on the pinky toe side of the foot. Right hand on the block and then left hand on the hip to open your chest and shoulder. And so Trikonasana is about finding all these different triangles within your body. The triangle with your arm and right leg, triangle between your legs, and And then lastly, the left arm as it reaches up, that other triangular shape with your left leg and left arm. So as you look up towards your left fingertips, open the chest and reach and extend. Keep the feet grounded and rooted and gaze towards left thumb. Calm and steady your breath. 1. Both legs strong. 2. Try not to bend through the knees. If you need to block, use it. 3. Calm breathing. 4. Hips forward slightly, chest back slightly. 5. Exhale, release that left hand. And then we're going to go right into the Viparita, right into the twist. So keep your block right where it is, but maybe shorten it either to the middle or the lowest version. You choose. And then left hand comes planted on the floor or onto the block. So as the left hand comes down, press into that left shoulder to rotate the left shoulder forward. And then the right arm comes up towards the sky, looking up towards right fingertips. 1. Steady breathing. 2. Calm. 3. Lift the chest, roll the right shoulder back. 4. And 5. Exhale, right hand comes down. Bend the right knee, grab that yoga block. Inhale, everything comes up. And we're going to set ourselves up for the other side. So left toes point out to the left. Block at the tallest level on the pinky toe side of the foot. And then realign your hips so that your right hip is moved back a bit, pointing diagonally. Left hand comes down to the block. So restabilize here. Shouldn't be leaning forward over that right shoulder, like chest is not pointing down, but opening towards the right side of the room. Now, as you find yourself stable here with the legs and left arm, right arm extends, and we gaze up towards right fingertips. 1. Strong left arm and strong left leg. 2. Better rotate your right hip back ever so slightly. 3. Look at your right fingertips with your left eye. 4. Keep reaching and extending. And 5. Exhale. Right hand comes down. So take a moment to change the direction of your block if you need to. Right hand comes to the block. Press into that right arm. So you're moving the right shoulder towards the left. Keep rotating the torso as the left arm lifts. Look up towards left fingertips now. 1. Both legs are straight. 2. Right hip moves forward as the left hip moves back. Feet are grounded. 3. Steady breathing. 4. And 5. Good job. Exhale. Slowly release. Bend the left knee. Let's leave the block here to the side. We're going to use it again. Inhale, come back up. And back to Samasthiti. Okay, now let's go into a little bit of a deeper lunge. So take a bigger step out to the right and pivot your feet to the right side. Grab your block, place it again by the pinky toe side of your right foot. So again, you decide level of your block as you bend that right knee. You'll notice what's more accessible, either the lowest version or the middle version. So if you need the higher version, I would recommend instead of using the block at the higher version, just bring your right elbow to the knee. So either pick middle or lowest for your block. So once you have your hand on your block or your right knee on the elbow on the right knee, take your left hand to your left hip and rotate your chest. So open your chest out towards the left side of the room. Now, as you inhale, keep that right knee bent, keep that left leg contracted, and let that left arm slide forward and up as we gaze up towards left fingertips. 1. Steady breathing. 2. Lengthen through that left leg. 3. Keep the left pinky toe down. 4. Right elbow and right knee. There's contact. And 5. Exhale. Release. Take your left hand to the floor and pivot onto your left toes for the twisted version. Bring the left knee down to the floor. And just take a moment here as you rise up. We're going to take the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. So twist your body around. Twist your body around. Now you can place your left hand on the block. So again, you might need to raise the block up a little bit if that's the necessity for you today. Now, as you sit strong into that right knee, I like to use my right hand to kind of wedge my chest through just a little bit more. So I can press into that right thigh and twist a little deeper. When you feel you've gone as far as you can go, right arm up and extends, and look up towards right fingertips. 1. Make sure your left palm is flat on the block, so raise the block if you need to. 2. Steady breathing. 3. Now for the last 2 breaths, try to straighten that left leg. See what happens. 4. Reach to the fingertips, reach the left heel. 5. Exhale. Left knee comes down, right hand comes down. Good job. Left hand comes around, untwist. Grab your block, use it to kind of help you lift up and come back to the other side. So starting with the A position, block is on the floor, big lunge. Right, left knee bends, right leg straight, left hand down on the outside of your left knee. Open your chest and shoulders and kind of let your chest and rib cage open out towards the right side of the room. Now, as you inhale, right arm forward and up, lengthen, look up towards right fingertips. 1, watch your left knee that it doesn't go past your toes. 2, sit the hips down as you lengthen up. 3, press the pinky toes of the right foot firmly to the floor. 4, we're almost there. See if you can see it through. Sit down more, reach more. 5, exhale, release. Good. Pivot onto your right toes, bring the right knee down. And just take a moment. And then slowly use your left hand, right hand to come up. Okay, going for our twist now. So, right elbow outside the right knee. Use your left hand to kind of give yourself that little bit more of a rotation and bring your right palm to the block. So you have something to focus that block in. So I know this is tough and a lot of times we can't twist very deep, but the more you can rotate around, use your left leg to pull your rib cage around, bend strongly into that left knee. And then inhale, left arm up, look towards fingertips. 1, calm, steady breathing. 2, reach and open through the chest. 3, if you want for the last 2, straighten that right leg. Give it a try. 4, almost there. 5, exhale. Release left hand, release the right hand. Take a moment here to recenter, grab your block, put it off to the side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Woo! Those are tough. We're gonna keep working on making those a little bit more accessible. So let's go ahead again for our Prasarita Padottanasana. Big step out to the back of your mat. Place your block right in front. And widen your step so that it's comfortable for you. Toes point in towards each other. Now exhale, hands to the floor. And then just take a moment to roll forward and back. Observe your center line. From here, as you hollow out through the belly, exhale, if possible, hands to the floor. So now you have the block directly underneath you. See if you can slide it a little closer so that it's lined up with your toes. A little closer to the back of your mat or wherever back of your body is. And then as you exhale, see if you can bring the top of the head to the block. Keep the hands planted on the floor, but just slide them a little bit further back towards the heels or the toes. Now look at your elbows once you're here. See if you can make your forearms parallel to each other. Roll the way forward to balls of your feet. If you find the block is a hindrance, you can slide it all the way back and then just try to bring your top of your head to the floor instead. So wherever you are, steady breathing. 1, 2, we hollow out the lower belly. 3, roll the way forward to the balls of your feet, stay grounded. 4, shoulders move away from the ears. And 5, inhale, head up only. Exhale, walk the hands forward, slide the block forward, hands back to the block, lengthen the spine, stay there. Keep your feet grounded, maybe shorten your distance just a tad bit. Hands on the waist, inhale, rise up, watch your back. Good. Keep the lower belly drawn in so that you can keep your back nice and safe. Let's do B position. Hands on waist, shoulders roll back, exhale and fold. So your block is still there, so maybe you can still target it for the top of your head. You might need to slide it a little closer in between your feet. Elbows hug back towards each other and the hands stay on the waist. 1,
2. If the block becomes a hindrance, just move it out of the way. It's there to help you, not to keep you from moving into the deepest posture you can find. 4. Keep contracting through quadriceps, lifting up through kneecaps. And 5. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Take a breath, exhale. Good. Inhale, extend the arms, lengthen out. Exhale, hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, and see if you can straighten your arms. So again, keep pointing those toes in because they do like to slide out when we're not paying attention. Shoulders roll back, arms straight, exhale, fold. And again, maybe the top of the head can come back to the block if it's accessible. As the arms roll over the head, nice and contracted quads, roll the way to the toes. 1. Belly's running. 2. Don't push too much with your arms. Let gravity direct where they go. 3. Strong legs. 4. Belly's in tight. 5. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale. Good. Hands on waist again. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. And this time, grab a hold of your big toes. So we're going to have an opportunity here to pull. So the block may become a hindrance for you. And if it does, again, just slide it slightly out of the way. As you exhale, fold to the deepest that you can go. If the forehead, top of the head comes to the block, then you can leave it there. But if it feels like there's more room for you to go down, move the block and pull on the big toes as you slide your weight forward, elbows towards your shins. 1, shoulders away from the ears. 2, lengthen your abdomen, draw in through lower belly. 3, roll the weight forward. 4, stay grounded, stay rooted. 5, inhale, lengthen halfway, lift the chest. Exhale, softly bend the knees, release the toes. Inhale, rise up, and then exhale, Samasthiti. Okay, we're going to do one more standing posture before we come to the floor. So take the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Make sure your block is not in your way. If it is, move it out. Now shoulders roll back, lift the chest, and then step back. Pivot to face the back of your mat. So as you pivot, that left hip is going to roll forward and the right hip is going to roll back. So you're kind of moving your waist and your hips to face the back of your mat. As you inhale, lengthen through your spine, find space. And then as you exhale, use the space you found to hinge forward. Now you may only go a little bit. You may only go about halfway. This is a good place to stay. Keep moving right hip back, left hip forward, palms together, elbows towards each other. Now, if you have more space or more leeway to move forward, then you want to release your head and maybe bring your chin towards your knee or your chin. Slide the palms towards each other. Lift the elbows. Keep rolling the left hip forward. Ground through the right foot. 2. Find your balance. 3, keep your gaze, this little area right at the tip of your nose, a little bit forward of the tip of your nose. 4, keep working. 5, inhale, slowly rising up, using the strength and the mobility of the legs and hips. Turn, face the side, keep your hands, turn, face the front. Okay, now the other side. Right hip moves forward, left hip moves back. Chest is lifted, shoulders are back, legs are strong. Exhale and hinge. So as you're hinging, you decide where your limits are. And for a long time, I stayed in this kind of halfway lifted position, trying to find that length in the back of my left quad. Hamstring. So if you feel like that's enough, stay there or continue the trajectory down, extending and lengthening as you can find your deepest, and then you want to release your head. So you always want to come to that softness of the neck as the elbows move away. 1, right hip moves forward, left hip moves back. 2, connect with your drishti, few inches in front of your nose. 3, 4, keeping the elbows up and the palms pressing against each other if possible. 5. Inhale, start by lifting the head, strong left leg. And rise up, take your time. Exhale, turn to face the side. Release the arms, extend them out. Exhale, Samastitihi. Good. Now we'll make our way down to the mat. We'll do Utkatasana and come down to the mat. So we're gonna skip Virabhadrasana 1 and 2. So bend the knees, belly drawn in, lift the chest, inhale, arms up, palms towards the thumbs, or sorry, gaze towards the thumbs, palms together. 1, 2, lift the chest. 3, ground the heels, strong legs. 4, keep sitting the hips down because they like to come up. And 5, exhale, slowly release. Hands to the floor, and go ahead and bend your knees, come into a little bit of a toe stand or a little toe squat. We're gonna try Lolasana. So as you press into the hands, use your arms to push the floor away. Here's another option for you too. If you do have your blocks nearby, you're welcome to use your blocks underneath the hands. So you're in this kind of little toe stand position. Hands are on the blocks. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna round ourselves forward, come up high onto the toes so that the arms can be straight, and then lean forward, lift one foot, bring it down, lift other foot, bring it down, and then maybe try both feet, see if you can hold, and then gently step or walk your feet back. You can do your vinyasa with your hands on the blocks. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Actually love upward facing on the blocks because it just gets so much more height here. Feels so much more openness, less cramping in the back. And then exhale, downward facing. And downward facing with blocks too feels pretty nice. It's definitely a different feeling. Take a couple of breaths here. And since we have the blocks, let's use them for our jump through. So separate your blocks just a little bit away from each other. Kind of bring your blocks towards your legs and then walk your feet back towards the end of your mat. So we have room for our legs to come through. All right, so there's quite a bit of space here between your two blocks. That's the space for your body. So as you find your downward facing dog, inhale, look forward and notice that space. Visualize your body going through that space between your blocks. Lean forward over your hands, take the right toe or top of the right foot by the left wrist, top of the left foot by the right wrist. Stay there in balance. Maybe wiggle, feet through, extend the legs, and sit down between your two blocks. Okay, let's keep the blocks so we can use them for the jump back, but I'm going to move mine out of the way so that you can see what I'm doing. So let's start with Dandasana position. Hands on either sides of the hips. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, chin down, tuck the chin, look to the tip of the nose. 1. Connect back here with your breathing. 2. Strong rooted and grounded legs. 3. Keep flexing through the feet, pressing the calves down to the floor. 4. And 5. Good. Paschimottanasana. Hollow out the belly, lean forward, grab a hold of those big toes, lengthen through the spine, exhale, fold. 1. Move the shoulders back and down. 2. Keep hollowing out through the lower belly. 3. Calm, steady breathing. 4. And 5. Inhale, head up only. Lengthen spine. Exhale. Good. Slowly release. Grab your blocks. If you move them away, place them back on other sides of your hips. If they're there, just grab your hip, place your hands on top. Lean back and cross your feet. You want to tuck your toes in towards your butt. Tuck them in. Hands on the blocks. Lean and roll yourself forward to pick your butt up off the floor. Now, step one leg back, other leg back. We're on chaturanga. Down for lowering. Inhale. Up for the lifting. Exhale. All the way back. Downward facing. Good. So let's do that again. Jumping through. This time, if you like, you can try both feet at the same time. So looking forward, visualizing your body going through, step or jump, and then slide it through, sit down. Good. All right, let's leave the blocks. Hands on either sides behind your back, about a foot or so behind your back, fingers pointing forward. Point your toes. Remember, you can also do this with your knees bent and your feet planted. Inhale, hips up, toes down, drop your head back, or keep your gaze towards your toes, hollow out your belly. 1, 2, strong, steady breath. 3, hips up, toes down. 4, chest up. 5, exhale, lower down. Good job. Hands on the blocks, cross your feet, tuck them underneath you. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, step it back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Okay, let's jump in through again. Inhale, step or jump. Slide it through and sit down. Good. All right, now we need to move the blocks because we're going to do Ganasana. We're going to skip the hips, the first two before we move into the hips. We're going to go right into Janu because I want to get into Marichasana today. So right foot on the inside of the left thigh, sole of the foot pressing into the inside of the left thigh. Find yourself stable here as you move your waist and align yourself up with that left leg. You're welcome to stay here, or you can fold and maybe reach for your bind. You can grab your knee, your calf, your ankle, your foot, interlace your fingers, grab your opposite wrist, see where your body is today, fold deeply, let it go. 1, steady breathing. 2, 3, 4, shoulders relax away from the ears. And 5, inhale, head up only. Exhale there, slowly release. Okay, keep the leg as it is. We're gonna lift up and sit on the heel. So this is Janushavasana B. As we lift the hips up, slide your hips forward so that you can actually sit or place your heel right underneath your body. So this is like that area between the genitals and the anus. It's kind of a little bit far behind the genitals. So you want to kind of wiggle yourself into place. It's very awkward and you're going to feel like your right foot is getting crushed. That's because it is, your weight is on it. So the right knee, you might need to slide forward a little bit. As you walk your hands forward, see if you can lengthen the spine. Maybe you stay here, helping your hands support some of the weight, or fold all the way. And again, find your bind wherever that might be. Release your head. 1, steady breathing. 2, make sure you're pulling equally with both sides. 3, left leg is engaged and foot is flexed. 4, calm, steady, easy breath. Remember, relax into it. 5, inhale, head up only. Exhale, place the hands on the floor as you lift the chest, lift up off your heel and slide your hips back. Okay, C position is a little bit trickier. So if you've never done it before, you're going to take your block and you're going to sit your left hip or your left glute on the block. And I'm going to turn this way so you can kind of see better where I'm going with this. So from here, you're going to take your toes down on the floor. So your right heel is up close to your left groin. Or you can even rest it on the block if you like. That's a little bit of a trick here. But eventually your butt will be on the floor, so you won't be using the block. You'll want the heel into the inner thigh. Be first of all very mindful here of your right knee. Whether you're on the block or on the floor really doesn't matter. Just pay attention to this right knee. If it starts to bother you, just stay upright and see if that's enough. Or if you feel like you need more, start to lean forward. So this lean forward is going to put a lot more pressure on these toes and on this ankle on the right side. So if you feel like that's enough, stay there or come all the way. And again, find your bind. It can be grabbing your calf, your ankle, your foot, interlacing your fingers, or actually binding your wrists. As you exhale, release. And this right knee will naturally make its way to the floor. One day it'll rest on the floor.
So allow yourself to find yourself wherever it is. Steady breathing. 1. Those right toes do feel like they're going to break off your foot. 2, but they won't. Find ease within the discomfort. 3. And then that right heel is going to press deeply into that left lower abdomen. 4, if you're leaning forward. And 5. Inhale, head up only. Exhale, release your bind, come back up. Okay, release your right foot and just take a moment, kind of wiggle out those toes. That's intense. So just kind of release the leg, shake it out a bit. Okay, let's do a jump back so we can do the left side. Just wanted to get through those 3 postures here. So cross your feet, inhale, pick it up, step or walk your feet back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Okay, jumping through again. Inhale, jump through. Try to use control as you come down. Good, I think you're getting used to it, Mindy. And let's do the other side. Okay, so left knee bends, left knee out to the side, sole of the foot by the inner groin of the right leg. Set yourself up, lining up with the right leg. Draw in through the belly, exhale, find your fold or stay upright. You get to choose. 1 or any variation within. 2. Try not to close your eyes and kind of zone out. It's very easy to do that when we're feeling tired. So keep your focus, keep your drishti. 3. 4. Gazing to the tip of your nose. Steady, easy breath. And 5. Inhale, head up only. Exhale there. Slowly release. Okay, we're gonna lift up so this left foot doesn't change. It stays right where it is. Just lift your hips up, slide your weight forward, place your heel, slide that left knee slightly in. You might need a couple of adjustments to get the heel in the right spot. And then either stay here or lean forward or fold forward. And then either find your bind or keep your hands on the floor. Hands on the floor help to support some of the weight. So that might be a little bit more comfortable. And then as you fold, steady breathing. 1. Or as you stay upright, steady breathing. 2. Wherever you are, it's exactly where you're meant to be. Don't fight your body. 3. Shoulders relax. Lengthen your spine. 4. And 5. Inhale, head up only. Exhale. Slowly release the hands. Come off the heel. So lift up and slide off. And then take that left foot, plant it on the floor. So remember, using a block underneath that right hip will help you to get these toes, all 5 toes, including your big toe and your pinky toe, down on the floor. Then that inner, the heel of the left leg goes into the inner right thigh. Line yourself back up with the right leg. And then if you're on your block, you might want to kind of just lean forward slightly, but stay upright, or you can go all the way. So even with the block, you can fold deeper, but this heel is not going to press into your abdomen because you're lifted. Doesn't matter, you're getting the stretch in your heel. So you get to choose here how deep you want to go for your posture today. 1. You can just be nice and upright. That left knee will come to the floor at some point. 2, you can keep your hands behind you or reach them forward. 3, if they are forward, see if you can grab your foot or your ankle or any part of that right leg. 4, shoulders back, lift your chest. Doesn't matter if you fold deeply, it's okay. Wherever you are, that's deep for you. 5, inhale, head up only. Exhale and release. Release that left leg. Grab your blocks, cross your feet, pick it up. Inhale, step or jump back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Good job. Okay, now we're getting to Marichasana. Jump through. Sit down. Good. All right. Now Marichasana, we're going to do Marichasana A and C. We're going to skip B and D today. So left leg is straight, right knee bent, and there's a space between the right foot and the left thigh. Take your left hand to the floor, lean to the left, and reach inside to grab your left foot with your right hand. Now this right foot needs to stay planted and rooted. Don't let it fall out to the side. Keep it grounded, the right shoulder pressing against the right knee. If possible, reach that right arm around. So notice we turn the palm up and the right shoulder internally rotates as we take that right hand towards the right waist. So if your right arm can reach around and you can find it there, maybe that left arm can come through and you can create a bind. Keep your left leg rooted, so don't let it fall out to the side. Strong left leg. Wherever you are, exhale, fold deep. So you're either reaching for your left foot with your right hand, or you're reaching for your bind, or you have your bind. 1, right foot is grounded. 2, move the right hip back with the help of the right shoulder. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, head up only. Exhale there. Release right leg. Okay, now we're going for the twist. So C position. Go ahead and take your right hand behind you. And easiest way to do this is just to hug that knee as close as you can to your left side body. So really hug it in. Look back over right shoulder, and you want to slide that right hand close to your body as you look back. So you don't want to have your right hand too far back so you're leaning, but instead really close to your lower back to find your twist. And you can stay here, or you can deepen it by leaning back and then taking that left arm around the outside of that right leg. And then taking that internal rotation once more, bringing that left hand towards the left hip. Then you can kind of sit up a little bit more and maybe reach for your bind. Looking back over right shoulder. 1. So you're either hugging the knee, trying to get on the outside of the knee, trying to reach back for your bind, or you have your bind. 2, wherever you are, find your delicious twist and be there. 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, everybody look forward over left shoulder. Release your bind or twist and slowly come back to center. Okay, cross the feet. Inhale, pick it up. Step or jump it back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Okay, let's do the left side. Jump it through. Take your time. Use your breath. Settle into the seated position. All right. Left knee bends. Space between the left foot and the right thigh. Outside of the left foot is lined up with that left hip. Lean to the right. Left arm slides forward to grab the right foot. Now, if you've been coming for a while, and that grabbing that right foot, sorry, Sina, move. Grabbing that right foot is easy for you, then try the bind. Even if it just means taking that left hand out to the side and kind of seeing how that feels. You can just stay here with your hands on the floor. If it feels okay, internally rotate the shoulder, turn the palm up, and slide that left hand up towards the left side waist. Once it's there, you might be surprised that you would be able to maybe almost grasp or at least touch your fingertips. If it's comfortable for you, stay there as you lean forward. Otherwise, just pick whatever your body finds accessible today. 1, but you won't know unless you try. 2, and then imagine you can kiss your knee. 3, even if you can't, reach your energy in that direction. 4, left foot is grounded and you're pulling that left knee back with the help of the left shoulder. And 5. Inhale, head up only. Exhale. Release your bind, release your left arm, come back to center. Now we go for the twist, C position. So again, just a simple hug of that knee as you bring your right side chest. So it's not you're just leaning forward and hugging, you're actually turning hugging that knee, lifting the chest, left hand behind you, slide it a little bit closer so you can lift the spine. Then you can soften the elbow or you can keep it straight, up to you. Or if this feels accessible, but you have a little bit more wiggle room, lean back and you're gonna twist your whole body to the left. Right arm on the outside of that right leg. And so you see right here, there's a little bit of a gap. We wanna get rid of that gap by moving forward. Rid of that gap by moving forward. And sometimes you might need to grab your left shin and kind of really squeeze it until that whole gap is gone. And then you wanna rotate your arm, reach around for that right shin, open the chest, either stay there or see if you can find your bind. Once you have your bind, it becomes a little bit easier. 1, steady breathing. 2, good job. 3, wherever you are, make it work for you. 4, keep rotating, keep twisting, steadying your breath. 5, exhale, take your gaze back to the front. Slowly release out of your bind, out of your twist. Come back to center. Cross your feet. Inhale, pick it up. Step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Okay, we're only gonna do 2 of Navasana. So jump through. Sit down. Go right into your Navasana. 1, look at your toes. 2, shoulders back, lift your chest. 3, steady breathing. 4, and 5. Exhale, cross your feet. Inhale, use your blocks. Pick it up. Exhale, down. Again, Navasana. Last one, we're only doing 2, so make it good. 2, look to your toes. Point your toes, legs straight. 3, lift your chest. 4, and 5. Good. Cross your feet, pick it up. This time, see if you can take your feet off the floor. Lift. Good. Lower down. Okay, nice job. Move the blocks out of the way. Getting ready now for a little bit of back bending before we close. So lay all the way onto your back, bend your knees. We're just gonna do simple bridge. Bend your knees, let your shoulders relax, feet planted on the floor, arms down by your sides. If you can, maybe grab a hold of your ankles or your heels. And then inhale, tuck the tailbone under, hollow out the belly, lift the hips up. Wriggle the shoulders under as you get more height and hold there and breathe. 1, press into the feet. 2, 3, 4, we're only doing 1 of these, but we're holding it for 10. 5, keep squeezing, pressing through the feet. 6, 7, hips up, strong legs. 8, almost there, keep pressing through those legs, hips up. 9, glutes and thighs are fired up. 10, exhale, lower down. Good, give yourself a nice hug, knees into the chest. Roll around a couple times. Let's do a Viparita Karani here, just to soften out the muscles of the body, getting ready for the last 3 closing postures. So just extend the legs up, palms on the floor. Normally we would do Parangustasana, which is your shoulder stand. But we've actually never made our way through the entire closing series. Maybe one day we'll just do the closing series. But for now, just gaze up to the toes. Nice relaxed legs, so soft bend in the knees. Easy, steady breathing. 1 more deep breath. And then exhale, softly bend the knees, cross your feet, roll yourself up using a little bit of momentum, come to seated. Okay, last 3 poses. We're gonna start with the left foot tucked in towards the body and the right foot up on top. So normally when we go into our Padmasana, the right leg goes first, the left leg goes second. So we start by practicing with that right leg first. So get your right foot on top. If this is okay and stable, stay there. I do give an option of taking that front foot on top of a block. So it's a little bit different of an opening because the knee is in a more of an angle and that right hip is a little bit more open. So you can stay here, bring your hands behind your back, and then exhale, fold over that right foot. If this is okay, stay there. Otherwise, go to the first option without the block and stay there. 1, 2, rolling, holding for 5, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, head up only. Exhale. Okay, releasing the right foot, taking the right foot to the underneath the left hip. And then again, you can choose left foot up on top or using your block, left foot on the block, whichever one you choose, stay there. Now it's okay if you're like in this totally funky angle, it helps the body become aware of itself and allows the tightness in the hips to soften. So you can stay with the block or the foot on top, hands on top of the shins, or in this case, the elbow on top of the knee. And then slowly thumb and index fingers together, release the other 3 fingers, lift the chest, chin down. 1. So if you're staying here with the block, it's all good. Let the knee fall towards the earth when it's ready. 2, if the foot is up into the inner thigh, then that knee's already down, so you don't have to worry too much about it. 4, almost there. 5, nice. Exhale, slowly release. You can move the block out the way. And we're gonna cross the feet for Utkatasana. This is the last posture we close with. So cross your feet, tops of the feet towards the floor. Don't tuck your toes under. Tuck your toe, or don't extend your toes. Tuck your toes under. Hands underneath the body. Inhale, pick your butt up off the floor and hold. 1, 2, steady breathing. 3, 4, good job, almost there. See if you can pick it up for the last one. Pick the butt up, and 5, good job, release. Now let's go ahead and extend the legs. Lay all the way down onto the back, and take your Shavasana. Let the legs relax, arms down by your sides, palms facing up, shoulders soften. Take rest. Allowing all the muscles of the body to soften and relax. Observe the quality of your thoughts and emotions. And try not to judge anything as good or bad, or even pleasant or unpleasant. Just observe as it is. With equanimity. Slowly and gently. Start by simply bringing awareness back to your body. Notice your toes and your fingers, your hands and feet, arms and legs, gently reawakening the body. You begin to move. And as you're ready, let that movement spread a little bit more. So maybe you can bend your knees, plant your feet on the floor, pretty far apart from each other, and let the knees fold in towards each other. Tuck the tailbone under and see if you can settle the sacrum down as you bring your right hand to your abdomen and left hand to your heart. Constructive resting pose. We worked pretty hard today. We went through most of the pivotal asanas of our practice. We skipped a few, but we got in what we were able to today. So just take a moment here to honor that. Your strength, your perseverance, your drive, your dedication. And then as we exhale, let's just gently lean over onto the side. Come onto your side. Doesn't matter which side. You can use your bottom arm for a pillow, and you can even rest your forehead to the floor. Maybe even rest your forearm of the opposite hand down on the mat. And just observe here the movement and how it changes your breathing. And inhaling, slowly pressing up to seated position, taking your time. As we come to a comfortable cross-legged Sukhasana or easy cross-legged posture. Feel your body rise from the sits bones, from the pelvic floor, through the top of the head. And then drawing the palms together, we'll seal all the benefits of our practice. May the merits of our practice be spread and shared throughout anyone we come in contact with and throughout all people, all beings. And these merits are, again, endurance, perseverance, dedication, hard work, devotion. Namaste.